I just want to make it clear to you that I think that I'm a Let's Player who's sort of hit a dead end at this point. So I have a few things left to do before I just go on that hiatus. In fact, if I go on that hiatus, I'm not sure. Wait a minute. I actually have been getting quite a lot of requests recently, only after I said, I'm gonna stop playing ROM hacks for a while. I wonder if you guys are trying to tell me something. Maybe you are. So let's actually read. What I was going to do for this video is just read every comment that I've received. Not every comment, but the most recent comments I've received for each of the videos, like the newest comment on each, because it only shows the newest comment on each, the inbox section. And some of these comments aren't on my own videos. I just made a comment elsewhere and then I got a reply. First off, the very first comment that actually shows up is reply to my comment on Fat Wrecked, an IRL memorial video. I said, if you bring Fat Wrecked back, I'd be more than happy to give you Spark Mac. And then Miller Tass, the father of Fat Wrecked, whose real name is Ashley, by the way. Yes, Ashley is a boy's name. It's just, there's more girls out there than boys named Ashley. Yeah, I know. He said, I would be more than happy to take his place. I prayed several times a day when he was really sick. Needless to say, this took me from agnostic to atheist. As in, he used to not care which either way, whether God exists or not. He didn't think about it, to there is no God. And that's pretty much the way I look at things too. There is no God. God wouldn't allow all this injustice if he were real. Next comment by Kamoda with a bunch of friggin' random numbers in his name. Yeah, that's typical. Trollolololo. Now I'm starting to wonder if he's laughing at me or laughing at, well, Link or the video. Next comment. WhoFan33. The former... Oh, this channel had a bit of history behind it. I remember when Ewax and I were actually working together. At first, we had this collab channel. Hence, there's some things WhoFan said about Magic. They were coming from me, not him, because he really doesn't follow Magic the way I do. And there were a few videos of me doing clue scrolls that don't exist on that channel anymore, but they're still on mine. And WhoFan said, reply to my comment on his Ewax RuneScape DK strip. I said how things are just really things used to be worth so much more, and now you're busting your ass and you're getting less for it. And then he says something along the lines of, Berserker Ring used to be 4 mil, now they're like 2 mil. Shit be crashed. And then we have this next comment by Minwhale, how do you pronounce that name? I don't freaking know. Reply to my comment on Luigi's Adventure Overseas Edition playthrough, World 9 Part 2. Yes, this guy played it before I did. I said something along the lines of, the airship level frustrated me so much the first time I played it that I sat on my keyboard. How many times did it take you to beat this safe slate list, by the way? And he said, a lot. That's all I remember. Then here's A. Gavin replying to my comment and saying, if you use Shields of Velis Vel in that Sliver Overlord EDH deck, you could potentially start taking your opponent's creatures. Also, nice idea would be to run Training Grounds so that Sliver Overlord's 3 ability to take control of a sliver turns to 1, so you could take even more slivers. And then he replied saying, for being just a comment, I like it a lot, ha ha ha. Thanks for your advice, fellow sliver lover. Most definitely going to be in our side for the deck. And then Excuism, talking about free trade returned. I made a video pretty much saying what happened since they brought free trade back in RuneScape February 2011. Free trade in Old Wilderness, it went crazy. Eventually building up to just me quitting RuneScape entirely. He says everything is true, even though my video got 5 dislikes, all in the span of 35 minutes somehow. And then, just kidding, I can't with my toes, I use a Wii, I just saying the boss is so easy, he's better. Yeah, let me get this straight. Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse is one of my favorite games of all time, even though it's one of the hardest and I'm not all that good at it. I had to use the life code, and only then I got so far. And then, comment on my video, Link tries to beat through the fire and flames, what with the whole floors of Hyrule being dirty after Duke Uncle had failed to scrub them. Also forgot to say, well done with the sentence mixing. Yeah, sentence mixing was fun to do. And then I got this lovely comment by Trophy Dude. This comment is so brilliant, you are going to love it. it'll make Martin Luther King Jr. proud that this guy could just speak with such eloquence. Yeah, here we go. You suck. And I reply, your grammar sucks even worse. And then we get Simple Flips replying to my comment on, well, I pretty much said to Simple Flips, thank you for playing my ROM hack. And then he said, thanks for commenting. And then also, not only that, he actually linked my channel in each of his Bowser Stadium Let's Play videos. Well, I think there was 3 or 4, I don't know, but he linked my channel, but I only did so much. And then, Tiger, one of my favorite Let's Players, who I've come to discover recently. And that's where I come to figure out that I thought Proton John, Icran Girl, and Azure Blade were playing all the worst hacks I've ever seen, but no, there is room for much worse out there. Tiger got stuck with much worse, which we're probably going to run into a little later on in this whole comment section. And then here it pretty much say, here Tiger said, in general, I didn't like Hand of Chaos. I said, how'd you think of the hack? He said, I didn't like it, especially the last level, that being Glitchland. It was just annoying as all hell. Then we got a comment from Black Mage Mario saying something along the lines of, well, I want to really be a public relations mod, even though the spot's been handed out to 2 people now. I want to be the one who does it. And they got something along the lines of, you're a good speaker, but you need a better mic. Yeah. And then we got 1993 Timu telling me that I need to send my video to Chris, not just post it up on YouTube. Yes, this, we're going straight to hell, was the time. I price checked everything I got out of a level 1 clue scroll, and the total net worth of everything was 666 coins. Not only was I broke, I think I also summoned Satan to RuneScape to cause even more trouble. Yep. Satan was pissed. And now, Guitar, this guy I know a lot of. Guitarist Dude Zero, otherwise known as a Terraformer. Now, this guy has actually been quite well known in the Let's Play industry. Well, he was quite well known along the Talk House, me not so much. This guy I actually knew for quite a long time. This was the second ROM hack I Let's Played, yet I knew who he was. I've been playing for like 62 others after that. He said something along the lines of, you're a lot better than me on those levels. I lost about 40 lives on number 5 castle alone. I was actually a much better Let's Player than him, but I've sort of gotten worse because, well, I've become more impatient with the Let's Plays. I admit that is true. Snackjack SJ, now I'm just spoiling it here. He said that. Ralcow said that. I'm pretty sure some other people said that. And if they haven't, then they have the rights to say that because it's true. And then he also said, pretty nifty levels you built there, introductions 1 and 2. Then he said, thank you, I don't know what I said here. And then he said, for whatever dumb reason I've been trying to keep the Let's Play of this hack blind. Yeah, a lot of Luigi's Adventure Let's Play was going on at this time. And then here's this Mega Penguin Cheese guy asking me how I built the Cathedral level in Secret Mario Chronicles. Now this was where everything had started in terms of level design in the first place. And then, another Terraformer comment. My head hurts from facepalming. I guess this is interesting. Do you ever plan on... I never did Luigi's Adventure Lost levels. And, Cobalt Minecraft. I don't know what's going on with this server, but frankly it doesn't matter because I'm banned from it for griefing. I got banned from not just this server, but from Platycast, except I sort of brought that on myself. I tried to grief and frame someone else, frame a guy who griefed my place, and then the third server, you are going to laugh your asses off. I go on the server. A few minutes later, I stumble into a melon block. I don't break the stem, because I know that the melon is going to grow back. I just break the melon block, because I want some melons, and I know that with even one melon slice, you can start up your own farm, because you just need one melon seed to do it. So I go do this, mind my own business, an admin shows up, freezes me in place, tells me, explain yourself. I explain myself, but he doesn't listen, and boom, banned for griefing, no chance to appeal. It's done. 5 minutes in and I'm already banned from whatever server that was. Wasn't Cobalt or Platycast, but that was just fucking embarrassing. Come on! We're only on the first page. Jeez, and that was 10 minutes. Now, what's this gonna say? A Terraformer, a lot more of him, telling me that this was a great run in World 9 Part 2, Episode 22, especially the Bowser's Airship. And then, I said to a Terraformer on his Episode 12, You Know You Do, You Kill Me Well, because that video had 18 dislikes. I said, did someone just decide to dislike bot your video? Then he asks, bot? I don't know, man. And then I said something along the lines of, I don't think people would have botted your video. You weren't very known at all at this time. Not like someone would have a feud against the Super Mario World ROM hacker anyway, and if you were dislike botted, honestly, you'd have had a lot more than 18 dislikes. Maybe some troll with 18 different accounts stumbled upon your video and decided to make you have a shittier day. I can only justify that. And then, same guy, talking about, oh, so you're pre-played, duh. Don't know what he means by that, but this was all just a compilation of stuff I've already done. So yeah, for the first few ROM hacks I Let's Played, I actually made fails reactions, montages of them. The funniest moments from each of those Let's Plays, I just compiled them into these shorter videos, but now that's kind of gone away since. Oh, and then I just played through every entry of the Overworld Design Contest 2012 on Super Mario Central and got a comment from Pippolopopopo, otherwise known as Yogui, that guy who made that, yeah. If you've been watching that far back in my videos, you'll remember what he did. Yeah, it's gonna show up soon enough in the comments, I can only tell you. You missed a lot of things in Hinnick's entry. Yup, I did. I actually missed a bunch of sub-maps. And then he hated Hand of Chaos, and Tiger says he hated Hand of Chaos because he raged pretty much the whole time he played that. It was a full game. And then the Terraformer replies to, or comments on another video of mine, can't imagine playing this with a keyboard, because that's what I've been pretty much doing since I even started Super Mario ROM hacking. And then we get Chronicle EDM, who's pretty much otherwise known as Johnny. He liked my commentary, hopes I do everything, except I missed like a bunch of them being the top 4 actually. Same guy talking about how my commentary is good. He says I'm good at giving feedback without being too harsh about it, but I've kind of disproven that with later videos. I've been pretty harsh with some ROM hacks, namely Cybon Action 3, that thing Dropgoss did, and Mario the Super, even though that guy was just asking for it. And then Kaizo is Evil comments on my Rizsanio and Ripio Ron X. 105, Yodo. Clearly a play on words with YOLO, as in you only live once, but I said something along the lines of, how could a princess drown again? You only drown once. And that's where this guy just says, Yodo! Yeah, clever. And Pippolo Yogui. And then he pretty much loved my reaction to his overworld, which was... should have entered in the... Yup! As soon as I got on the overworld, a picture of a naked woman was careening right in front of my face, and I entered through her vagina into her body. Yeah, that was Yogui's submission to the overworld contest in 2012. My reaction to that was epic. And then he also commented on my OGS 93 and Riggery, some more epic reactions, mostly the first, because that was just the joke entry. I was way too generous on OGS's entry, but I then just said it didn't have graphical glitches, unfair design, or game crashes. And then Tiger again replies to my comment on Massimo Part 4, where I said something along the lines of, Massimo wasn't the worst hack he ever played, Crossover was worse. And then he said, this was longer than Crossover though. But yes, it was definitely longer than Crossover. And that scene in this video from 2840 to 21:9:10 demonstrates it. If you haven't seen that yet, go see it. It's quite hilarious. It's Tiger's quote-unquote mental breakdown. Then he also replies to another of my comments saying, Please play my Bowser Stadium ROM hack, and wow, this guy's a troll. He'll try playing Bowser Stadium tune, yes, soon enough. He has to stop being tired. But that never happened. One problem with Tiger is he's lazy, and there's a bunch of things he says he does, but they never happen. In fact, he's not gonna finish my Way of the M. He's not gonna finish playing that. I know he's not gonna finish it. It's been 2 months, maybe even 3, since he last played the last episode, and yeah, that's pretty much over. I've given up all hope on him finishing it. I really wanted to see him finish it, like what that final mark was gonna be. All I know is it was gonna be better than an E. And then a Terraformer yet again! Oh my god! This guy loved me! Commented on my not final video, the second to last video, where I was playing Luigi's Adventure 1 Overseas Edition. This castle looks easier than the one in Mario X World Deluxe. It gives you a cape and has a midpoint. Yep. Then Tiger replies to my comment. This is where I said, I've actually laughed at so many of your clips that I want to compile them and make a montage and upload it on my channel. Do I dare do it? And then he says, go ahead, I'll watch it just for kicks. Yeah, and then that's where I made that In fact, I feel like actually making a part 2 to his montage. Because, yeah, there's more clips out there that made me laugh that I feel like making a part 2 to his montage. Then Wee Miser comments on my a lost SMWCT2 cutscene. This is not a real cutscene, it's just me dicking around with vanilla cutscenes. Make the ending level horizontal and make it a castle trap, then it'll be funnier. Except I never got around to do that. Then, here is the first comment on the montage video, or the most recent actually. Yoshi Fanatic 1 on my commenting on my montage of Tiger LPing and raised various SMW hacks, saying this is a pretty good montage. A lot of these clips are pretty funny. Favorite ones being from Crossover, by far the most epic Tiger Let's Play you're gonna see. Super Mario Crossover. Probably one of the biggest train wrecks in the history of Super Mario ROM hacks. Mario's in Terror, a joke hack which Tiger just reacts epically to. Super Layer World, some shitty Kaizo hack, and Massimo. That really long, painful, and poorly designed hack by Enk. And then a Terraformer again. And then another comment by a Terraformer saying, it's just too easy to keep the needed power-ups, so the juggling section is pointless. And how the hell do I do them 2 levels on the first try like that? I'm not gonna do all this in one night. And this is 18 minutes long, and I'm only on the first 2 pages of comments. Yeah. This literally goes a long way. End this here. For now, anyway.